Hello guys, so I'm having to remake this furry video I was making about what happened if you what will happen in the garden shop floor and the doors floor 3. No, it's not actually what happened, but like what I think the lore about some things indoors is to remake it because the music is so goddamn loud. And I'm gonna re-narrate myself, so yeah, you guys can actually hear what I'm actually saying in some points, and also so you can skip gameplay parts where it's trying to get to rooms, like certain rooms. I can show you a point I have about certain theory. Um, yeah, let's just get to the video. Chinese noise? Basically, what I think about hell icon, badge icon, achievement, whatever you call it, like thumbnail for that, is that this was actually it could have been any other entity, especially Figure, since Figure was the main antagonist of Doors during that time around. Before, because his badge was released before the mines even released. But they chose Seek. I think that was just that could have been like teasing that Seek was actually gonna be the true main antagonist of Roblox Doors. So yeah. Now, I don't hear myself in this recording. I don't know why. Well, I mean, actually, I ever uploaded a video, but I never realized that the music was too goddamn loud, and I had to private it because I could not hear my own voice for the first Furies actually, and then the rest of the Furies like after, like I don't know, Hello Furies. And now let's just skip. Oh yeah, so Herbert Vertus, I think it used to be a part of the Garden Subforest, like entire plant species until ancient players, I guess there might have been ancient players for all we know, came along and they started to take a lot of Herbert Vertus and take it back out of the Garden Subforest and uh, put it in the hotel along with vines, plants, snares, etc. Um, and then I think whoever uh maintains the Garden of War, which could be an entity that isn't even an architect. Yes, I don't think any other architects are actually gonna be the ones that are um talking to you when you die in the Garden of War. I think it'll be a completely new entity, which is not quite like a normal entity, but not quite as an architect either. I'm sure we'll be calling this Veritas because that's all we can call it right now because of this badge, you know. Yeah, and wanna know what I think? Reason why I think Veritas did not like it how the like all those plant species were being taken to the hotel, which eventually got into the mines because of course because we know there's plant and vine vegetation stuff in the mines too, so yeah, probably grew from hotel vines were like sticking, not going on the ground and stuff, you know. Yeah. But yeah. So I think for this actually looks for architect that could help them with helping them out with the problem they're having with intra players taking all the vegetation and stuff. Especially Herbivorous. This is, I don't know how you, what's the plural for this? Herbivorous or calling, because I'm pretty sure Verdus means green. Sorry, last time I checked, that was what it was like, but oh well. I think also could have just been like, it was just also someone on video telling that, so it might not be 100% true. You guys can say if that's not true or not. But yeah, anyways, back to the video. So yeah, but I think Kira's Light was the one who actually helped potential Verdus, with protecting the garden subfloor. But in exchange, would help Kira's Light make a kind of like 2 trials like places for players to go and challenge themselves. Which would be later on be called rooms and the back door. See where I'm going with this, right? Yeah, so what I think happened is that Curious Light and Verdus, with the combined strengths and powers, they created the 3 skeleton locks and keys. So 2 of those locks, one of those locks would protect the last Herbivorous, because I'm pretty sure there's only one remaining, which that's the one we find in the infirmary. So that they hid it in the infirmary, hoping nobody would go there. And then the second lock, of course, is on it for blocking the entrance in the room for the rooms. And then the last lock, I believe, will be actually after we use the shears on that big wooden door in the greenhouse, we'll have to also use the skeleton lock to actually enter the garden subfloor. And the reason why I say 3 skeleton locks, because probably say, wait, you can only get 3 skeleton keys. I mean, only get 2 skeleton keys, like one from Louie and one for Jeff. Well, that's where you're wrong. There is a rare chance that after leaving the rooms and then when you get to the infirmary, you could actually find another skeleton key. Yeah, that's right, another skeleton key. I think if it's saying skeleton, I don't know what I'm saying. Skeletons, yes. You actually find 3 skeleton keys in one run and then after you enter the mines, there's a chance you can get a skeleton key from Louis trades, which means you would have 3 skeleton keys. Now, why I think the third skeleton key ended up with Louis is I think a human found a skeleton key, but they didn't quite figure out what they were used for. And then I think a lot of entities were killing all the human players because they just randomly appeared out of nowhere. Probably because architects created all the entities, besides for Guiding Light, because yeah, I think Curious Light by themselves created Blitz, the Lookman, Haste, A60, A90, A120, yeah, not with the help of Verdus, so yeah, and I think the Red Light created every other entity in the game, besides, Super Hardware entities, because those don't count, and they're not even canon, nor the Draco boxes, because they're also not canon at all, so yeah. But yeah. Hello? Is recording okay? Okay, it was pausing for a while. Man, I've been yapping for a while, but anyways, yeah, and so anyways, back to that one player that I think found a skeleton key and didn't know where where it went. I think they actually was killed by NC, and then Louis so happened to find the skeleton key that was dropped after they died, and took it to their hole. So or one of the holes because they have a lot in the lines sometimes. So yeah, that's why I think happened to but that's why I think there's 3 skeleton locks, 3 skeleton keys, because you can actually find 3 skeleton keys in one run, if you're very lucky. You have to go to the mines for the 3rd skeleton key, but, you know. Anyways, gotta go here. So basically, when you get to door 60, go to the secret room. You'll find 3 chairs in the middle. Would you like for me to see? 1 chair there. Okay, and then there's 3 symbols on here. One for the red light, which is modifier symbol. One for I think the modifier symbol represents a spiral galaxy, which means that red light is actually the strongest one ever. So yeah. And then here's light represents star, so they're second strongest. You actually can you look up, please? Please look up. Look up. Look up. Alright, and there's guiding light. Which I think they third strongest because they're a moon, and then the 4th strongest would be Furidus, because they're not quite an architect nor quite a entity, but their symbol is a leaf, so they're basically not as strong as architects, and also because they're not that's a little not quite a they're not really related to space at all, besides for the fact that the sun gives them lets them be able to live. But yeah, now we look at the other chairs. Look at the other chairs. Look at the other you'll see a chair over there as well. So there's 6 chairs in this room. Now I think the 3 middle chairs are 100% the 3 architects, you know, red light, curious light, and guiding light. Now now okay, would you look at the chair for 1 second? Oh yeah, see this chair? I think that represents Viridis because it's the closest one to the 3 tables in the middle. So yeah, now we need you to look at the others. This chair, I think it's actually Seek. Because you know Seek is extremely powerful. Think of it. Seek can like practically do almost anything. Yeah, and I think Seek was created by the red light, and or to have like a little like either host or something like that, so that if you could, when another player returns to Roblox to the Doors verse, there you would have a chance to actually infect them and with Seek or just anything. Cause you're trying to make something that can infect anything. Red light. So that yeah, and then so the red light can escape and wreak havoc on all of Earth. Now, what could the 6th chair represent? Bro, when you look at the chair, I'm trying to, not that chair, this chair. You just had it. can't see quite well on this. This chair. I can't see it. The graphics so bad. Yeah, this chair. I think this is actually a glitch. Yes, I think glitch came before Seek. Yeah, I think this was the first tip from Red Light to make something that can affect anything. And what I think by that, I mean, glitch can actually affect a screech, which, if you don't know, Seek, when they affect a giggle, turns into a screech. So that means, hypothetically, glitch could infect Seek, then probably, because, you know. And the reason why I don't think it was made by, glitch was created by Curious Light is because, I mean, glitch was way stronger than any other entities in, the, rooms and backdoor. Now, I think why the reason why, they're in the backdoor and rooms, because I think, glitch was very unstable and stuff like that, because, you know, their entire body, and their name is even called glitch, and their body's kind of glitchy, you know, so that, Red Light just, basically kicked, glitch out of the hotel and mines, and into the garden, probably garden stuff for, rooms, back door, etc., you know, so they wouldn't problem to the Red Light in the future. And then after glitch, Red Light was actually able to make something successfully great that isn't unstable, and but can still infect things, which is which we know as Seek. Now, now, I think, yeah, that's pretty, I think I'm missing something. Can't put my mind in the right place to think of what it is. Oh, yeah, I think I know. I think so I think the Garden Stuff will actually have a few bosses. Maybe just one or a couple. Now, I think there'll be a couple bosses in this Garden Stuff 4, which has something to do with the vines. So I believe that in the Garden Stuff 4, either every 50 or 100 doors, there will be a vine boss, because, you know, all this vine vegetation. Yeah. Which I think will be, controlled by, Furdus, because Furdus does not like you being in the Garden Stuff 4, because you're, like, you're a player, and, the ancient players took a lot of vegetation from Garden Stuff 4, and, you know, yeah. So, and I think there'll be 200, doors or rooms, in the Garden Stuff 4, because, you know, it's, you know, Garden Stuff 4 and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I think will happen in Garden Stuff 4 and Doors Full 3. This is every theory I have on Roblox Doors Full 3 and Garden Stuff 4, and also for the lore, only for the lore. Alright. And also an old theory that should have been brought back, like, up, like, as soon as the modifier update came out and people actually started getting the hell badge. You know, because people kept thinking, oh, how just not has nothing to do with the plot. Well, thinking again, because why would they seek for the icon image for Hotel Hell? Huh? Yeah, that's basically it. Wait a minute, I think I'm forgetting something. Hold on. I think I'm forgetting Figure, what happened to Figure in 4.3.